Have you ever felt stressed about trading prop firms in 2024? I totally understand how you feel, and I definitely have a trading strategy that's going to keep you profitable, to keep you winning, and to keep you from actually falling underneath these restrictions and limitations. Let's get right into it. So I believe 100 that there's a lot of issues that's going on in our prop firm industry world today of 2024. You have a lot of prop firms that are shutting down. You have a lot of prop firms who aren't paying out these traders. You have prop firms who are keeping credentials from moving on to the next phase. We're all, as traders, trying to figure out what is the way to either pass a prop firm, what's the way to either go with a trusted prop firm. Listen, I totally understand how you feel, and I'm going to solve those problems for you today. This is exactly what you need to listen to, okay? The first thing you need to know is when we are going into a prop firm, of course, we have to do our own research. But if you realize the reason why a lot of traders aren't profiting is because we have certain rules that we must hold to in order to not breach our accounts, right? You have the 5% daily drawdown, which most prop firms use in order to keep you from over risking, right? But if you think about it, there's swing traders, right, who swing trade and might need about more than 5% of their account in order to hold that drawdown, right? So it forces swing traders to become a scalper or an intraday, which I believe that is not fair for swing traders, okay? Now for scalpers, it might be in more your favor because we tend to risk a lot less just to make a little bit more. However, because we have a tendency to want to trade more often because we're a scalper and we don't have to risk more, we can end up over trading and end up breaching our accounts by over trading and hitting more than your 5% drawdown as well. So here is something that is definitely going to help you. Number one, when it comes to you trading prop firms, okay, you need to realize that what you are risking should be a minimum to 1 to 2% of your account each day you trade. I recommend 1% max, but some people like to have that extra cushion. That's like, you know what, I want 2% because I really believe in my strategy. I'm not knocking your strategy, but what I'm saying is if you want these prop firms to stop taking your money, you need to do this strategy because it's definitely going to keep you in the game longer, especially if you get on a losing streak, all right? If you're risking 2 to 3% a day and you get on a losing streak, it's not going to be too long until you reach the breach of your account, right? And then you want to blame everybody else but yourself because you're sitting here over risking or over trading. But with 1% on the account, right, you might be maybe even 1 to 1.5% of your account each day. You might only lose 1% that day, and then boom, you have 9 more tries in a row to lose that account. Which, if you have a profitable strategy, if you have a trading plan that's going in your favor, then you're going to become more profitable. It's going to take you a lot longer time to lose, and you're going to see a lot more profits, especially if your RR is pretty big and you have a history of winning your trades, okay? Now, I'm telling you, it's worked for me because it got me funded in this matter where I will only risk 1% of my account and I'll go for anywhere from a 1 to 1 to a 1 to 2 to 1 to 3. My recommendation is, guys, if you stay within a 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, even though you don't have to have a set risk to reward ratio, because sometimes having a set one could for sure limit you as well. But we have to understand, guys, we're trading with prop firm. We're not trading with personal accounts, okay? When you're trading with personal accounts, risk to reward don't really matter because it's all about profits from there. It's not really about risk to reward. But when it comes to prop firm trading, if you really want to keep your account, you really want to pass your account, you really want to make money, you have to understand we are limited as traders to what we could do in the trading space, okay? The second thing is you need to get with a prop firm that doesn't care about lot size consistency, okay? So people will say, you know, these prop firms will, excuse me, will go on and say, hey, well, you can't trade no more than 3 lots, or you can't trade no more than 5 lots. Well, suits me. Why can I not trade how I want to trade? First of all, I'm the trader, right? I'm the one that paid for your account in order to gain more capital and have more freedom for myself to profit in this industry so I could become a full-time day trader or make extra money on the side. And second of all, you're taking away and you're hurting the strategy that I tend to use. Now, I understand people, if you have like a 50K account and you're trying to risk 10-20% of that account, yeah, at the end of the day, that's not making sense, because most people who usually leverage that way aren't scalpers. They're usually people who are just greedy. They just try to hit a home run. They think it's just a lottery. No, that's not how trading is. At that point, that's gambling. We understand. But too many times we feel limited because, oh, 5% daily drawdown. Well, you got swing traders who probably have an 80 pip stop loss, 70 pip stop loss, and they have a really good risk to reward. Not only that, they know how to swing trade. They know how to make their bread. They know how to make their money, but you're limiting them into doing what they want to do because you're not giving them that cushion, right? Prop firms aren't giving people cushions. They're not saying, hey, you can, if it gets down to like 20% of your account, then you've lost your account. No, it's 10% now, 8%. Like, guys, we have a tight window, okay? And when you solve this problem, it's so easy. You risk less to make more. That's simply as it is. If you risk less and make more, even your losses, especially even if you're getting a loser streak, your losses should not ever get you down to a point where you just have breached your account. And what I mean by that is, if you are risking very less, in order for you to breach that account, it's going to take a very long time for you to even lose that account, to even get down to the 10% or 12%, right? Because who loses 12 times in a row, right? If you lost 12 times in a row, which, I mean, it's very rare that you see people, unless you are really bad at trading, that you will lose 12 times in a row, right? It's happened to me, right? Yes, I've lost like 10, 12 times in a row before, but it's very rare that that happens to me, for the simple fact that I have a certain scalping trading strategy that I use, right? Now, when I mean in a row, I mean like if you're risking 1% of your account, right? And then you lost 12 times in a row, that means if you had a prop firm that you was trading that was 12% overall drawdown, then boom, you breached your account. But at some point, if your strategy is really effective, if it's really good, at some point it's going to pick up for you. At some point, you're going to get on this winning streak. At some point, you're going to win 12 times in a row, right? At some point, you're going to get phase 2. At some point, you're going to get funded, and at some point, you're going to withdraw, okay? So, but these prop firm trading accounts, guys, don't look for ways on how can you quickly pass the account, or how can I over leverage, or how can I risk more to make more and to quickly get. That's the issue. Your issue is you're rushing it too much. You're trying to hit a home run base, which I have no issue if you're trying to hit a run home base. But the psychology part of that is, a lot of times we're doing that because we're thinking about the money too much, right? We're not thinking about being disciplined. We're not thinking about risk management. We're not, because guys, if you're wanting to be a full-time day trader, especially with a prop firm, you have to understand so many things can get wrong. So many things can go wrong. I mean, the prop firm can literally say, oh, you breached your account just because you were inconsistent, right? Or at some point you became too greedy with your lot sizes, or at some point you were you was trading news and you got a little bit too risky with it. So you have to understand, when you're choosing a prop firm and you're trying to have a strategy to that's going to help you in the long run, you already have to understand, number one, you're limited already by the prop firms. They're limiting you as much of what you can do. So you, out of that space, you had to come up with a way to make it work for you. You have to come up with that little space, how much space you have to profit for yourself, okay? So if you have a 5% daily drawdown, then hey, you might have to sacrifice overtrading. Instead of trading twice a day, you might have to go back down to once a day, okay? And the reason for this being, guys, is when you're doing something that the prop firms hate to see traders do, which is called winning, then you'll get and crack the code. You'll understand that you may have been limited, but that limited will not get you or keep you from passing, right? That's the secret. That's the whole secret sauce of passing this trading strategy. Now listen to this, and I hate to say this, but if every single trader was successful in the prop firm industries, I don't think there would be any prop firm industries. Why? Because why would anybody who creates a prop firm industry wants everybody to be profitable, right? Why do you think you have people and traders that I won't say their name get banned for being profitable? That doesn't make any sense. How in the world does a trader become banned from being profitable on a prop firm industry, right? Scamming tendencies, jealousy, the fact that they don't have any money to pay out, which certain firms that I already called out are actually promoting their little, prop firm in order to gain more money to pay out certain traders. In my theory, I see that's happening because they're not paying out a lot of traders, but yet they're still promoting their little prop firm, right? The reason for that being is the prop firm would begin to lose money. Okay, if the prop firm is losing money, they can't pay anybody out because you have all these traders becoming successful, and now they're robbing the bank. They're robbing the prop firm industry. Prop firm industries, a lot of them are designed to keep you from not becoming profitable. Okay, so you have to come in their space with your rules, navigating and adjusting to their rules, because you remember we are limited and you have to find out a way to actually become profitable. And I just told you guys, that's just a simple way. Just stay as far as you can away from their drawdown rules, from any rules that they have. You adjust to that. You find a way to become profitable through that. It's not hard, it's not rocket science, it's pretty easy. For example, if you are a swing trader, right, and you're usually holding down 60% of your trades, right? There is a way where instead of doing 60%, right, you can literally do 20%. I'm telling you, I know what it's like to swing trade. I have swung trade before and I still do it at times. There's times where I've only had a risk to reward of 10 pips stop loss, and I aimed all the way from 100 pips, and I have done it before. I've done it on Euro USD. It's not that hard, guys. What I'm saying is you have to adjust, okay? These prop firms, again, will limit you from becoming successful. Then I'm gonna say this, another secret sauce, so you don't have to worry about these prop firms ever again, which I'm all for prop firms, to be honest, because I trade on prop firms because the capital is great. However, once you build enough capital to where you can have your own personal account, go ahead and seek a regulated broker, put money into that regulated broker, start trading on your own. Then that way you don't have any particular restrictions. You don't have to worry about 5% drawdowns, 12% drawdown. You don't have to worry about none of this. See, that's why I believe in the power, all right, in the power of prop firms, because they will help you get to where you need to be. But at the same time, at the end of the day, if you aren't cracking the code in this manner, you're just gonna keep going downhill. You're just gonna keep going downhill. So my name is Jonah, GJ Trades. So I hope this video was helpful and it solved your problems. Listen, guys, trade easy, be easy, risk less, win more. That's the crack of the code of winning the longevity in prop firm trading. So I see you in the next video. Peace.